Hey, Freedom Prayer Team. Hope everyone's doing well. We've been dealing with a little bit of germy stuff and cold things running around our house for a couple days here, so you may hear my voice a little bit rough. Hey, a couple of things. First, thank you so much for being so available. Last week when we had the Nashville team in, I don't know, maybe it was the week before, but I can't remember now. Anyway, it was an amazing night on Tuesday night with our team, and mostly everybody that was there that I've talked to just felt so in tune with the Holy Spirit. It was just a beautiful, beautiful expression of prayerful people coming to serve and honor and bless, and they were pretty blown away and told me later that no other team has ever done that, just to take time to bless them. So way to go. I'm so grateful. And the prayers for Shannon and I, that was sweet for us as well. And all the words about Pittsburgh, I'm hiding in my heart. Don't know what the Lord's doing there, but something sure feels up. Because I was talking to all of them about that on the way. And then, that was in the sermon last week, some things about Pittsburgh and Sam Shoemaker and all that. So I'm just paying attention like we do. So I wanted to get to you today, though, for something real specific. Wanted to remind you that way back a couple months ago when we met, I had told you that we were beginning a new implementing a shepherding sort of program and process. This is the next step for any team. And we are now sort of over a year into this, and it's just time for us to help each other tighten up where we might have been a little loose in some areas. And I mean, we were all thrown into this thing, just boom, we were in. And just want to make sure that we're all tracking, the frameworks that we know from Freedom Prayer. And I know some things, sometimes we can create some habits and build habits over a time. And we just want to make sure that everyone's on the right page. So having said that, all of us, we're going to onboard a few new chair ones. And that's a different process. But all the current chair ones will be receiving a time of just sort of a shepherd that will sit in with you in your prayer times over the next couple months and give you some pretty specific feedback. And I just wanted to give a heads up to everybody to let them know this was happening. So number one, they'll come in and ask you ahead of time, to meet 5 minutes or so ahead and stay for a couple of minutes after, just the two of you, once you're done with the chair 1, 2, and 3 debrief, to go over a couple of specific things. But I think you'll really love this, because even though it's a little bit intimidating that somebody's going to kind of be checking out your style, it really is the only way for us to get better. This is not about our personal style. This is just about the frameworks of Freedom Prayer. So we'll be checking out a few things like connection, like the asking Jesus stuff. How are you doing with pulling people out of prayer times and explaining things when you have to? How is the kingdom business going? Is there a definitive scoot step? Those kind of things. So it's just helpful when you're in process, you can't remember everything. But if someone's helping you to sort of keep track and go, hey, this was a piece you might want to look at or lean into or get some thoughts about. We've got new training videos coming out from the team. That's what they were doing here. So we're going to be able to have those when I get them back from Creative into one big bank. And then, hey, if there was a place where you struggled a little bit, you'll have some of the new videos to go check back on. Again, this is not a we're doing it right, we're doing it wrong thing. This is just us now doing an amazing job, but tightening up our skills and being humble enough to receive from somebody else who's just been studying some of the details of this with me and trying to figure out how to move this process forward. So those shepherds will be Allison Monk, Kathy Dutko, Shannon, Pastor Chris, and myself. And so you will probably be experiencing them in one of your prayer times. Like I said, over the next several months, we're going to try to get to everybody. And the one thing that will be probably a little bit different is that these people will have the opportunity to say to you during a prayer time, they'll sit as chair 2, so there'll be a regular chair 2 in every way, unless there's something that's really getting missed, like there really isn't a connection, or we're not using the asking Jesus, or we're talking too much, or this part of forgiveness was skipped or something like that. And they'll give you a pretty clear note. And sometimes you don't remember, or sometimes you don't know, like you feel stuck in a like a specific place of the prayer time, and these people can step into, like, just bounce it over to them and be like, hey, can you step into this? Or if they give you a note and you're not really sure what they mean, just be like, hey, go ahead and take it yourself. And that way, you know, you'll introduce it to the person being prayed for at the beginning that you might be hearing from chair 1 or 2 during this, mostly chair 1, but we're all working together. And so sometimes the chair 2 might pop in and have a piece of this prayer time, just so it doesn't look weird to the person being prayed for. But you guys can communicate. That's why you need to meet a few minutes early to just communicate how that will look. But I want you to feel good about that. Like, it's a safety valve. It's somebody who can be in there to go, man, I just feel like I'm not sure what you mean by that. I didn't have that in my head. And maybe it's a piece that you just didn't realize you weren't doing. And I think it's great to have another set of eyes. So I'm excited to be part of that. And this is all about telling you how great you're doing too. So we'll be keeping sort of tabs on, okay, this might have been a little better, but mostly, man, you're crushing it here, here, and here. So I hope that you hear my heart on that. And this is just all I know. Like, when we started out with 80 some people, we just didn't have the space or even understand what this all meant at the time. And now I see that we need to go back and we need to shore up ourselves a little bit and make sure we're all tracking. And my hope is that we don't have a whole lot of work to do there, but that this process becomes really helpful as we begin to onboard new people from here on out. So this is just sort of a checking off the boxes to make sure we're good, and sort of honing in a process that will work for us in the days to come. So hope you understand that. I know that you'll support it, and I'm grateful for all you guys. Can't wait to see how this goes forth, and your responses to it. So as this is going on, feel free to reach out to me and tell me about your experience. That would be awesome. So love you guys. Can't wait to see you soon. Bye.